Um, all right, everybody. In this video, I want to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw with the brutal backstage attack that Dwayne The Rock Johnson gave Cody Rhodes. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about the CM Punk segment, but mostly about this, Rock and Cody attack. Let's start off by talking about, what happened at the start of the show. So Cody Rhodes came out, he got a pretty good promo. Dude, I can't stand Cody Rhodes haters. I seriously I hate Cody Rhodes haters because they are the most annoying people on the planet. They always just try to find one reason to complain about Cody Rhodes. Like Cody Rhodes has been getting so much hate, and I can see that fans are starting to turn on him, which sucks because I am like the biggest Cody Rhodes fan in the world, and I honestly, it's pretty clear that when Cody's gonna win the belt, fans will probably get you know, tired of him. Like at a certain point, we'll see. But Cody Rhodes, he came out. He got a very good promo, in my opinion. Like people were saying that was a boring promo. Like, how? Like, yeah, Cody Rhodes, came out. My favorite line from that promo was when Cody Rhodes said that he hates Roman Reigns' guts because finally Cody Rhodes insulted Roman Reigns. Like, if there's one thing Cody Rhodes kind of lacks is, aggressiveness, I guess. I mean, I do love Cody's character. He is like the new John Cena, in my opinion. Um, because he's also the face of the company. Cody Rhodes is not just, he's not gonna be like Daniel Bryan or like a Kofi Kingston who's only gonna be, the top guy for a few months, or I mean, be the fake top guy. No, Cody Rhodes actually is the top guy. Another line I really loved by Cody Rhodes in that promo was when Cody Rhodes said that he has to act like he's the champion because the champion is never there. Which I mean, that was a great line, but Cody Rhodes kind of buried Seth Rollins with that promo because he basically insisted that he has to act like the champion despite they already have the world title. Seth Rollins' championship is such a freaking scary title. They have buried that championship. Ever since it became a thing. I mean, I was happy when they introduced it because I was like, okay, finally we're gonna have a world championship on the show. Finally we're gonna have a champion who actually shows up. Stuff like that. Um, but dude, after everything Roman Reigns said about that championship, calling Seth Rollins the number two champion, the loser bracket champion, stuff like that. Dude, that championship has lost so much credibility, and I don't really take it seriously anymore. That championship never main events pay-per-views, unless Roman Reigns is not on the show. Like that championship only main events whenever Roman Reigns is not on the show. Like it doesn't even main event. Sometimes when even Roman Reigns is on the show, or I mean, even when Roman is not on the show, it still doesn't main event. Sometimes. Uh, but yeah. So yeah, Cody Rhodes, he spoke so much truth about Roman Reigns. He talked a lot about the tag match at WrestleMania, the biggest tag match of all time. That's gonna happen at WrestleMania Night One, which is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, Rock, the final boss, The Rock. And then, speaking of The Rock, he freaking came out and interrupted the promo, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a freaking crazy promo battle between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Like I was getting ready to, be just what's gonna happen. That's what I was thinking. But dude, they literally just had a stare down for a few minutes. Like they just stood there, looked at each other. Oh, by the way, Cody Rhodes also, he told the crowd to point at the WrestleMania sign with him, which, dude, literally everybody in that arena pointed at the WrestleMania sign. It truly shows how over Cody Rhodes is, because he's able to make the crowd do as he says. He basically commands the crowd to do something, and that just shows, dude, Cody Rhodes is a freaking champ. Mm, So, yeah, Rock came out. They had us stare down for like 3, 4 minutes, and then, yeah, freaking The Rock whispered something into his ear, which we don't know, but by the look of on Cody Rhodes' face, you could see that it was something weird. So we don't know what it was. The Rock left, and people started chanting, Rocky sucks, which was, dude, music to my ears. The Chicago crowd was freaking great tonight. They chanted some amazing chants, like they chanted, Roman sucks, Rocky sucks, stuff like that. When The Rock and Cody stood in the ring, they chanted "This is awesome" and they chanted CM Punk, because they thought CM Punk was gonna come out during the segment, but I mean CM Punk came out later, to have his own segment. So yeah, nothing was said in this segment, and I was quite disappointed. Just a stare down, and then The Rock leaves. Cody Rhodes was standing there, watching The Rock leave, stuff like that. But dude, it's pretty cool that The Rock has the 2003 Hollywood Rock theme song back. Or I mean, it starts off with his, normal song, and then it turns into the Hollywood Rock song from 2003. Which, dude, I get nostalgia out of it because I remember playing WWE 2K16, the showcase mode, and the last match in that showcase mode was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hollywood Rock from WrestleMania 19. I remember playing that match, and dude, this is freaking, man. Yeah, so that was the first segment, and then let's talk about the CM Punk segment, which was freaking entertaining as hell. CM Punk came out, the crowd freaking cheered for CM Punk, which was, obvious. I mean, it was in Chicago. And dude, I am very happy to have CM Punk back. It sucks that CM Punk won't be having a WrestleMania, because I was really looking forward to seeing CM Punk, win the World Championship, stuff like that. I was so excited. Um, but he got injured, and yeah. But anyways, CM Punk is still gonna be at WrestleMania, so at least that's that. We're gonna see CM Punk at Mania. Mm. So CM Punk came into the ring. Talked about how happy he is to be in Chicago. Then he started talking about wrestlers who speak of him. Dude, my favorite thing CM Punk said. Dude, CM Punk said that quote that he used against The Rock 11 years ago back in 2013. I mean, first he talked about Roman Reigns and how Roman Reigns has earned the right to talk about him and that they will cross the path sooner than later, which I hope will be the case. I would love to see CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, but not for the championship because I want Cody Rhodes to finish the story. I want Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns this time. You know, uh, then CM Punk talked about The Rock and the CM Punk said the same quote he used 11 years ago, which was "Rock, your arms are too short to box with God." And I popped when CM Punk said that line because I remember playing the WWE 2K15 showcase mode. And CM Punk, he said that line in one of the promos for, I think it was for the 2013 Royal Rumble match that between CM Punk and The Rock. So I popped for that. I popped very hard. And then Drew McIntyre came out. Drew McIntyre, who is obsessed with CM Punk. CM Punk was telling Drew to get in the ring, and of course, the most talked about the part of this segment was when Drew McIntyre said that he still is the chosen one, and then CM Punk says, "Who chose you? Say his name if you have the guts to do it." And we all know, the guy who chose Drew McIntyre was Vince McMahon, but Drew McIntyre, for obvious reasons, can't say Vince McMahon's name because of the allegations, which I know I haven't got on this channel and talked about, but to be very honest, I don't want to talk about the Vince McMahon allegations. I think that's very weird, and I don't want to I don't want to talk about that. I also know Brock Lesnar, is not talked about for that reason, but let's just not think about it over here. Um, so yeah, Drew McIntyre, he was on he was sitting at the commentary desk, and stuff like that. And then Seth Rollins came out, and Seth Rollins talked about how CM Punk, you can't, make decisions regarding the World Championship match at WrestleMania when you're not in it. And then, people chanted, I've been saying for weeks that CM Punk should be the special guest referee in this World Championship match because, dude, he hates both Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. So it would be very interesting to see who the hell would he allow to win. He would probably have Damian Priest cash in, and CM Punk would let Damian win, because I guess he doesn't hate Damian Priest as much. But I mean, it would be very interesting. I mean, uh, so people started chanting, they want CM Punk to be the referee. And Seth Rollins was like, dude, CM Punk's broken arm is his counting arm. And then CM Punk counted to three with his other arm, and Drew McIntyre was like, yeah, new champion. And then CM Punk said that, CM Punk, said that, he can't, he doesn't know how he can be fair with these two dip, and, then he said the S word. Dude, CM Punk was swearing so much in this promo. He talked about how, his mouth works and only AJ Lee would understand what he means. I mean, I think I know what CM Punk meant. I mean, I guess I have a, I mean, do I have a dirty mind? No, I think CM Punk does mean what I actually think he meant, by that. So yeah, CM Punk was swearing a lot, and this freaking Monday Night Raw was not PG at all. I was so happy that there was swearing and stuff. It does feel like it's the Attitude Era, kinda. And then CM Punk said that he's gonna be on commentary for this match at WrestleMania, which is great. I mean, CM Punk, I would much rather prefer him be the referee. But I mean, still, CM Punk is a great talker. He's probably gonna be very entertaining on commentary. There was even a point, in his WWE career when CM Punk was a commentator, and then he joined the Nexus, by attacking John Cena on that Monday Night Raw. Um, but yeah, CM Punk, said that he's gonna, make Seth Rollins. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, CM Punk said that he's gonna make Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre both interesting, which is, it's whatever. Then, Drew McIntyre was like, no, you don't get to have the final word, etc. And then, he got a super kick and a stomp from Seth Rollins. Yeah. I mean, okay, that was a cool segment. And, later in the night, it was a match, between Jey Uso and Shinsuke Nakamura. There were just so many brawls in that match. Freaking Seth Rollins, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. They were all in this brawl. Jey Uso, by the way, defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, and dude, I'm honestly very excited for Jey versus Jimmy. I mean, this is a match I've been talking about like forever. Like even back when the Usos were not main eventers, back when they were like a legit tag team. Dude, I've been talking about that match for probably a decade now. I remember being very young and saying, "Oh, imagine if one day Jey Uso fights Jimmy Uso." And look, here we are. It's the dream match is happening at WrestleMania, and I can't wait. The atmosphere is gonna be insane, and there's probably gonna be like a lot of super kicks. Like, come on, it's the Usos. All they do is super kicks. But yeah, now it's time to talk about the backstage freaking attack that The Rock gave Cody Rhodes. So, man, this was not PG at all. The Rock is freaking crazy. So Cody Rhodes was backstage. He was, brawling with The Rock, etc. No, brawling with Solo Sikoa and, stuff like that. Then he got freaking jumped from behind by The Rock, backstage. And The Rock started, freaking pushing Cody Rhodes against the walls and hitting him with a freaking dumpster on his head. And dude, when they got outside, The Rock and Cody Rhodes, he took Cody Rhodes outside and it was freaking raining. The Rock started, saying, "Oh, Chicago, you're so perfect, you pieces of ass." The Rock was brawling. He was swearing a lot. Like, dude, the WWE is not really PG at the moment. I mean, come on, and it's a good thing because I don't want WWE, I don't want professional wrestling to be PG. Like that, that's so dumb. Like, why should the wrestling be PG? This is why, the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era are so good. Were so good because, the swearing, the blood, it felt like wrestling. It felt like the wrestlers actually hated each other. The storylines were intense, and it was a lot of drama, just like it was tonight. So thumbs up. Whoever came up with this Monday Night Raw did an excellent job. But anyways, let's continue talking about the brawl. So they were outside. The Rock started uh, freaking pushing Cody Rhodes into Cody Rhodes' boss, which is a very cool boss. Cody Rhodes, damn. I mean, he's the face of the company, so obviously he's gonna get a boss. I remember CM Punk used to have that boss, like before WrestleMania 28. CM Punk gave a tour of his boss, and it looks like Cody Rhodes also has his own boss, which is very cool. Um, but anyways, yeah. So Cody Rhodes freaking started bleeding. The Rock busted open his, face, and dude, I felt so bad for Cody. This was pretty, this was kind of sad to watch. I mean, obviously, when your favorite wrestler gets beat up, you should get, pretty, pissed off. Mm. The Rock took off, his belt, and it said, Mama Rhodes on it. And The Rock put Cody's blood on that belt, and The Rock then gave Cody more of a beating, and he told him this is what happens when you f with the final boss. So, dude, this final boss version of The Rock, he might be old, but he's ruthless as hell. And I can't wait for Cody Rhodes to get his revenge, man. I really hope Cody Rhodes returns the favor and Cody Rhodes gives The Rock, the ultimate ass whooping. I really hope that happens. But anyways, yeah. So next week on Raw, The Rock is gonna be on Raw with Roman Reigns. Wow, it's The Rock has really, really overshadowed Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns looks boring as hell in this rivalry. This rivalry is way more about The Rock versus Cody Rhodes than Roman Reigns. Like, some people are probably forgetting that Cody Rhodes is facing Roman Reigns. It feels like he's facing The Rock at WrestleMania because Roman Reigns is so boring, which he is, that people are forgetting that Cody's facing him for the championship. Uh, so yeah, and I can't wait for Cody to finally get his revenge. And I really, really hope Cody Rhodes finishes the story because I want a happy ending to our WrestleMania. Why does every WrestleMania these days have to have this sad ending of Roman Reigns retaining? Like freaking, last year I was mad. I was very pissed off when Roman Reigns retained. This year, if Roman retains again, I think I honestly think I'm gonna stop watching. I really think I'm only gonna watch Cody Rhodes, matches and segments. But except for that, I don't think I'm gonna be watching anything else if Roman Reigns retains. So, I just want Cody to finish the story. Which I do think he will. Um, yeah. So this was the Raw. I mean, well done. I mean, this Raw was definitely very, very intense. It gave me a old school wrestling vibe. Gave me Attitude Era vibes, all that stuff. And I'm happy about that. Mm. And yeah, so if I have to give this Raw a rating from 0 to 10, I'll give it a 7 or maybe 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it was a great Raw. Very entertaining. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next. I don't know. Is anything really exciting happening on SmackDown? Is Cody Rhodes gonna be on SmackDown? Is The Rock or Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or anyone in this story gonna be on SmackDown? I don't know. But dude, this was freaking great. So thanks for watching. Peace out. Yeah, it was definitely a freaking crazy, crazy, beatdown that The Rock gave Cody. Freaking, he destroyed Cody Rhodes. And WWE can't be PG, shouldn't be PG. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Yeah, goodbye.